Agents of gradation. Wind. Wind is an invisible form of air moving from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure and is also the third agent of gradation. The action of wind as an agent of gradation is most widespread in places like deserts because of the dryness and lack of vegetation in these places. Wind erosion is different from river and glacial erosion because it can move sediments uphill as well as downhill, and this ability makes it possible to build dunes. The soil that is piled into sand hills is called a sand dune. Every time a strong wind blows in this region, the shape and the position of the sand dunes changes. There are two types of sand dunes. The first type is called Barkhan's dunes, which is the most common type. It has a crescent shape with horns extended in the direction in which the wind blows. It is mostly found in the deserts of Rajasthan. The second type of sand dune is called a safe dune, which is also known as a longitudinal dune. In this type, long ridges of sand parallel to the prevailing wind are formed. Because of the action of the wind, different types of deserts are formed based on their surface and the type of soil covering them. The first type of desert is called the sandy desert, which is also known as the erg in Sahara. It is covered with sand and characterized by extensive sand dunes. The second type of desert is the stony desert, known as a reg. In this case, the fine sand has been blown away and is covered with boulders, small stones and gravel. It is found in Algeria, Libya and Egypt. The third type of desert is the rocky desert, known as Hamada in Sahara. In this type, all stones and sand particles have been removed by the wind and is characterized by a surface of bare rock. It covers large areas in Saudi Arabia. Wind erosion occurs through two processes. The first process is called deflation, in case of which wind blows away the sand particles and dust, leaving behind the surface of coarse material. Another type of wind erosion is called abrasion. In this process, wind carries sand particles and drives them with force against objects in its path, which creates a friction between the sand particles, thereby causing erosion. As the wind blows from different directions, landforms of irregular shapes develop. In this case, sand particles are carried along by the wind close to the ground, and hence, the rock gets eroded at its base. For example, mushroom rock, which has a narrow trunk and a broad umbrella-shaped top, is formed by wind erosion. Winds deposit material when their velocity decreases, when they encounter an obstruction, or when it begins to rain. In some parts of the world, the surface of the earth is covered with deposits of wind-blown soil, which is known as loess. An example of the same is the yellow soil found in North China.